Welcome to BaseballGuys.com. I'm your host on Around the Horn, Ray Flowers. Who's the best pitcher in baseball? Is it Justin Verlander? Is it Clayton Kershaw? Or is it R.A. Dickey of the Mets? I know it's preposterous to think, but take a look at the numbers. You know who the Major League Triple Crown leader in pitching is right now? It's R.A. Dickey, folks. His 2.00 ERA is tied with Brandon Beebe for the best in baseball. His 11 victories, the best in baseball. His 103 strikeouts tied with Justin Verlander, number one in baseball. And R.A. Dickey, all he does is throw a knuckleball, folks. It's absolutely amazing what he is doing right now. His run of success using the knuckleball as his primary pitch is as great as any knuckleball pitcher in the history of the game. How good has he been? He's allowed one run in his last 5 starts. And that run wasn't earned. So he actually has gone 42 2/3 innings without allowing an earned run. He's also had 7 straight starts of 8 strikeouts and no earned runs allowed. How many times has that happened in the history of baseball? 1 time. Randy Johnson has done it. He's given you ERA. He's given you strikeouts. He has been absolutely fantastic. R.A. Dickey, the best pitcher in baseball. Ooh, it's an open argument. It is also an open argument who the best hitter in the fantasy game is. Not in the real world, but in the fantasy game. You can make arguments for Joey Votto or Carlos Gonzalez very easily. But I'll put out a name, maybe a little surprising, maybe not. How about Mike Trout? Mike Trout stole 3 bases last night. He now leads the American League in steals. Now, we started the season late because he was in the minor leagues. So he's only played 46 games with the Angels. But he's hitting .323. Okay, and here's his pace over a 150-game season. .323, 20 home runs, 88 RBIs, 117 runs scored, and 62 steals. That would be his pace over a 150-game season. How many times in history has someone gone .323, 20, 88, 117, 62? It has never happened. Obviously, it's not going to happen this year because of the late start for Trout. It's not fair to expect him to be this type of player for 150 games. But the bottom line is this 20-year-old has made a huge name for himself. He's lived up to all the potential expectations that anyone had upon him. And Mike Trout this season has been a fantastical, dynamic, stupendous fantasy option for everyone that took a chance on him. Let's talk about a team that needs to take a chance with some talent. It's the Kansas City Royals. Now, they've been down for a long time, but they've finally started to amass talent. They've had some issues with injuries, especially in the rotation. But there's questions now about that outfield. So let's see what we got there. We've got Alex Gordon, who's going to play every day. We know that. Solid player, not producing at the levels he did last season, but still very good. Jeff Francoeur signed a 2-year deal in the offseason. He's a good defensive player. He's got holes in his game. He gets paid a lot of money for a Royals club. He's probably going to be out there every day as well, even though his bat is kind of so-so. That really leaves one open outfield spot. You've got Mayer and Dyson out there for a little bit of speed. They're kind of, mixing and matching there in center field right now because Lorenzo Cain, who was everyone's preseason darling in the fantasy game, a guy that people look at and think 15-15, something like that is possible. Obviously a little bit more steals, or you go 15-30 over the course of the full season. He had groin issues and hip issues, and he's now working his way back from an injury. When healthy, you have to think he slots into center field. But that leaves out the guy that everyone wants to see, and that's Will Myers. Now, Myers has been transitioned to the outfield. He's played some center field, but it's just not that easy to make the switch to center field midstream. He doesn't have a lot of experience there anyway. So I don't know where he's going to play. People keep asking about him every day. I mean, you look at his numbers. He's hitting in the 340s. He's got 24 home runs in less than 70 games played in the minor league. He's absolutely destroying the baseball, but he just doesn't have a spot in the lineup. Maybe we see him early. Maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe they do a deal to move Francoeur. Maybe Cain gets hurt again, or they're not pleased with how he's producing, and they go to Myers. But I really envision Myers not coming up before the All-Star break, and even after it, it's going to be tough to see where he'll fit in, given they have a rather crowded outfield with the Royals. An outfield that's crowded too, but in a good way, is the Rangers. Now they've got Leonis Martin they called up. They've got Craig Gentry who's performing well. They've got David Murphy, who's arguably the best 4th outfielder in baseball. But we all know who the key to that outfield and that offense and that team is, and it's Josh Hamilton. Now Hamilton missed some time with the intestinal issue. He's been released from the hospital. He actually came in as a defensive replacement, on Monday night. Says he's going to play tonight on Tuesday. Good news, obviously, get him back in the lineup. Now here's the downside. One, he lost 10 pounds when he was sick. That's always an issue, strength, stamina, all of that. But secondly, and this was bound to happen because he was so amazing at the start of the season, his April, fantastic. His May, terrific. His June, really not very good at all. He's hitting 196, only has a single home run. His OPS for the month of June is lower than his slugging percentage was in April or May. Can he stay healthy? Can he stay on the field? And how much of that early season production can he hold on to? He has been terrific, and you can make the argument that he is the fantasy MVP right now. But the arrow is probably pointing down. In fact, it's not probably pointing down. It is pointing down with Josh Hamilton. It's just a matter of how much is he going to be able to hold on to that top spot. Jason Marquis, NL only leaguers need to take note, and I never thought I'd be saying this, but the Padres Reclamation Project has had a ton of success. His ERA is under 2 since he joined that club. He's got 20 strikeouts in 19 in the third inning. Obviously, that will not continue. He's about a 5.2, 5.3 strikeout per 9 guy in his career. No way he holds on to more than a strikeout an inning. But NL only leaguers, hey, you can't argue with the success he has had. You at least want to pitch him in Petco when the matchup looks good. He's looked terrific. Never thought I'd say. Aaron Hill has looked terrific of late. He's hitting over 413, I think, the last 12 games. Bringing all his season numbers up to the point where he's a top 10 second baseman. He hit for the cycle on Monday night. He's on pace to hit in the 280s, 15 home runs, 65 RBIs, 65 runs, 15 steals, something like that. An across-the-board contributor. Aaron Hill has finally found the batting averages that deserted him a little bit in the recent past. And as a result, he's been an excellent overall performer for the Arizona Diamondbacks. I got a bone to pick with the Astros. I'm going to try to do it quickly because I know this video is getting a little bit long here. But how in the world do you leave your closer in a game, even if he's not in a closing situation, to get beat up like Brett Myers did last night? He got 2 outs. 2. He gave up 5 runs and 8 hits. What kind of manager leaves a relief pitcher in who gets 2 outs, who is your closer, to give up 8 flipping hits? Okay? Because of this outing, his ERA went from 1.99 to 3.86. His whip went from 0.84 to 1.16 in one outing. Horrible management. This diminishes Myers' value slightly in the trade market. Terrible, terrible decision by the Astros coaching staff. Don't understand this one at all. And then finally, let's close this on a high note here at BaseballGuys.com. Mark Prior, last doing Major League pitch in 2006. Well, guess what, folks? He's looking very, very good for the Red Sox in the minor leagues. 6 2/3 innings. Guess what? 15 strikeouts. The fastball sitting in the 91, 93 range. The curveball is back. There's building hope and momentum that not only will Pryor be able to make a big league appearance this season, but he might actually be able to help out of that bullpen. Keep those fingers crossed. It would be great to see the once great Mark Pryor back out on the hill having success at the major league level. I'm Ray Flowers, BaseballGuys.com. Astros, what the hell are you doing? Oh boy. I'll talk to you all again soon here on Around the Horn.